Hello, hello Virgo, welcome to Divine Debut. How are you all? This is Kathy and thank you so much for being here for your beginning till mid-February 2020 Divine Spread. It's a general and love reading. As I always do my Divine Spread in the beginning of the month. For those of you that are interested in what is happening in the sky, the astrology, don't turn off the video once the tarot finishes as the astrology update continues. And after that, I am announcing a free giveaway for a free reading for a lucky winner. And it does involve Instagram. So please listen to the video, which gives you all the particulars if you want to enter. And that is for Valentine's Day. So you've got to be quick and act. All right, let's take your divine position, your karma dharma, I should say. Obviously, it is the divine. It's not in our hands what's going on. What is Virgo dealing with, please, Spirit? And we've got the sun, and the sun is the energy of Leo. Some of you may have sun, moon, I should say moon or rising sign in the sign of Leo. And I think those of you that are cross watchers, yes, you may have your sun in Leo, for those of you that are interested in what's going on with the Virgo. Now, the sun is vitality, clarity, health. It's also warmth, it's heart, it's creativity and children. Okay, it's also the card of fun. The sun is shining brightly for you, dear Virgo. Some of you are on the cusp, as I did mention already, to Leo. I do have some Leo Virgo cuspers, so you're probably going to watch the Leo reading if you are on the cusp. Leo's reading was very interesting, so if you do have any Leo in your chart, go and watch that as well. Sometimes, you know, it doesn't have to be only your moon or your rising in Leo, but you may have 3 planets in Leo, so I would still watch that reading. Let's see, please, Spirit. I nearly dropped a couple of cards. What's happening for Virgo whilst their ruling planet Mercury will be turning retrograde roughly on the 16th. So Mercury is turning into its shadow phase on the 2nd of February. We are having a full moon in Leo. I think it's on the 9th or on the 6th. Wow, I've just forgotten. And full moon in Leo. Full moon in Leo, something is obviously culminating, coming to a completion. Dear Virgo, your full moon, the full moon in Virgo will be taking place in March. So if you've made a wish on your birthday, as I always say, send your wishes out to the divine, then March should bring you that culmination. Also, we're having a new moon on the 23rd in the sign of Pisces, Virgo, which is your 7th house of relationships and partnerships. New moons and new beginnings. Let's take your reading. Let's see what's happening in the foundation. We have the Knight of Swords. So this is also the area of home, family, your stability. Something quickly is coming through. Quick communication, maybe even quarrels. Could be anything like that if you are dealing with an air sign. Could be any sign. Let's look at what's hidden from you, dear Virgo, what you can't see, the hidden position. We have the Ace of Cups. Wow. So a new love beginning could be a new stage in your committed relationship where, or even anything that deals with work, anything that deals with happiness, you are beginning something that's going to make you very happy, and quickly that's going to come in. You don't know that it's coming in. Now the sun is true love, so could this be, could even be a pregnancy for others of you. You're quickly getting pregnant. Let's look at the recent past. And we've got the 7 of Cups, which is Pisces, and Neptune. Neptune, which is the illusion. We can't see clearly. We can't see. It's not physical, tangible, as things are up in the air. Some of you may have had choices, but disillusioned about which one of these cups to take. I usually say having choices is better than not. So let's look at the now position, Virgo. What are you dealing with right now? And we've got the Hermit, which is your card. So you're doing your homework, you're behind the scenes before the sun comes out. Okay, some of you may be connecting to spirit, looking for answers. The light, looking for the light. Looks like the light is going to come through for you. Whatever you've been working on, next step after the Hermit is the Wheel of Fortune. What is your trajectory and your goal, Virgo? The Tower. And interesting to say that Leo had the Tower right here. So the Tower is a beautiful card for me. The Tower is Pluto. It's sudden change, transformation, a big wake-up call. It's a shift, but it's also Uranus in the sign of Taurus for me, bringing down the house. If something hasn't been worth putting in the effort, keeping it in your life, and it's meant to come down, it's time for it to happen. So Uranus in Taurus, which deals with values, projects, self-worth, anything like that, there is sudden change, and this area would be around where Capricorn is. So Capricorn deals with work, the elder. Capricorn is also where Pluto is with Saturn. Now, of course, Pluto trumps Saturn. Pluto is much more powerful. So there is a transformation, but Saturn asks for integrity and effort, okay, truth. So there is some sort of a transformation that you're going through. Now, this could mean work, at work suddenly. There is an epiphany, something changes quickly, but also you could be changing your status. You know, how you are seen in the world. Suddenly, that could be changing suddenly as well. And I can't wait to take another card. Let's take your action and advice, dear Virgo. Action and advice, position. And we've got the Death card. Wow. Wow. Double Pluto. So what that is telling me, and this is Scorpio, obviously. What this is telling me is that you're going through double transformation. Two different situations are changing. Or the person that you're dealing with could be a Scorpio. We do have also Leo. And Leo is a fixed sign, so is Scorpio. Something is changing. You're going through transformation. You're the butterfly that is transforming, Virgo. What is the outcome? And we've got justice. Justice and harmony and legalities and karmic new door opening, legal issues, divorce, equilibrium, equal giving and receiving. What is in the divine position, dear Virgo, for you? Please, Spirit, enlighten me so that Virgo knows what's happening, what the divine is bringing for them. We've got two cards and I need to take them. We have the Three of Pentacles and the Fool. So this is a new journey that you're on. You're acting like the warrior. This is Aries. There is some new beginning. You're diving straight into some successful endeavor. Three of Pentacles can speak of expansion, growth, being noticed for your talents. This could be new projects. This could be a business suddenly that will take off. This could also be expansion. And he is diving into the Three of Pentacles, which can mean it's the church, nevertheless. I think blind faith is going to get you to success. Blind faith, dear Virgo. That's what the divine is asking from you at this time. Let's see at the bottom of the deck, and we've got the High Priestess, which is Virgo Pisces. Things that haven't been known will come to light, and you need to trust that intuition of yours. This is a 2. It is Major Arcana. Very spiritual it is. Maybe you will be receiving the light, the indication of what is ahead for you. And this could also be spiritual enlightenment as well. She is spiritual. She's the tarot reader. She's the divine source maybe for others as well. She is the female partner of the Hierophant. So listen out for those signs, look out for those signs, those synchronicities. Could be that you are getting messages from above. What's beneath that? And we've got the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords I do see many times as Virgo. Virgo speaking their truth, which can be quite harsh sometimes. The truth can hurt sometimes. Yeah, you may be dealing with another air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. This is some sort of a judgment, some sort of truth with that Ace of Swords. Also severing ties after secrets are found out, come to light. Yeah, this is not speaking. This is a perception of I'm not able to move. I'm not able to speak because I don't have the clarity. I can't see. And here, all of a sudden, you're standing in your power, and you are the power, Virgo, here. Let's take the astrology cards, Black Moon astrology cards, and see how else the divine is affecting you. The planetary movements for Virgo, please, Spirit. For Virgo, please, Spirit. Now, if it was another reader, they could have said suddenly there's going to be a death. With the Sun here as the Karma Dharma, I don't think that would be the case unless we are talking about someone that's been chronically ill, and they will be freed. They will be freed by passing. Okay, that is the only way that I will say here that there is a death in store suddenly. Other than that, I don't think anything like that is going to happen, okay? So let's take your astrology card, Virgo. And we have 11th house and friends. And the 11th house is where the Sun is right now, in the sign of Aquarius. Some of you may be dealing with an Aquarian, Sun, Moon, or Rising. The 11th house is also money coming through from career, and also being part of a group, an association. This is also the house of humanitarianism, and it's also the house of the future. Okay, so the 11th house, 35, which equals an 8. Again, Leo. What's at the bottom? And we've got the 12th house and escape. And you know, Leo had the same card at the bottom. This is 12th house, which is Pisces. And dear Virgo, for Pisces, as I said, there's a new moon in your 7th house on the 23rd of the month of February. So hold on tight until then. The word escape, there could be a near-death escape here. Yes. And you know, the 12th house is something that's very dark, very hidden. It's also endings. We've got Pisces, and then we've got Aries. So the house of Pisces can be the house of spirit, but it can also be hidden relationships, people stepping out of committed partnerships. Okay, let's take more cards. Let's put the High Priestess down and see what this Sun is all about. Karma Dharma, please, Spirit. What is this Sun all about? What else does Virgo need to know about the Sun? We have the 7 of Swords. So whatever has been hidden is going to come to light. Or whatever you've been very intelligent with is going to give you, it's going to give you a lot. The Sun is everything. Let's take another card here. And we've got the 6 of Swords. Very interesting. So leaving away troubles, leaving away whoever's been stealthy in your life, because you are driven by the Sun. Okay, you are all about clarity, everything being up on the table, nothing beneath the table. But here, this is also intelligence, as I said. And if you've created something, then you are leaving troubles and moving into justice here. Some of you may be hoping to travel over water. Let's see what else we've got here. Knight of Swords, Knight of Swords, and we have the Hanging Man. Pisces again. Pisces. So quick and then slow, quick and then slow. That's very, very much the energies we're working with right now. So yeah, whatever information is coming in is from the divine, and it could be things that were hidden. As I said, Piscean. Let's look at the Ace of Cups. Well, we've got Eight of Wands. So there is not only motion here, but there is communication, there's passion, Cupid's arrows going through the air, flight, travel, and passion and air. Fire and air can be quite explosive, where Virgo is very patient in waiting. Very patient in waiting. And now the action is being taken, and it looks as though your enlightenment is coming through. So whatever you haven't known will be shown, as I said to you. This is a big smiley face right here with the Sun card. Let's look at that Seven of Cups. And we've got the Eight of Cups. Some of you are leaving a situation behind, leaving confusion, moving into knowledge. You're starting to become intelligent, smart about some moves that you're taking. And this can be literal moving. We do have the eclipsed moon right there, which was the eclipse, the lunar eclipse in the sign of Cancer on the 10th of January, which we're still dealing with. Let's look at the Hermit. Three of Cups, beautiful. What you are enlightened about will make you very happy. It's going to be a celebration. Now, some of you may learn some news that can be quite shocking off the grapevine, so through others. Let's look at the Tower. Of course, for everyone, it will be different. The Tower, what's that enlightenment? What's that shift about? And we've got the Knight of Pentacles. Again, quick and then stop. It's like quick and then stop. Oh my goodness. Knight of Pentacles is the Virgo card for me. Virgo is very slow and steady paced. Could be another earth sign though. Suddenly someone is thinking about what they're going to do next. I'm going to take one more. We know that the Knight of Pentacles is holding that Ace of Pentacles. He's looking at how he can invest it. Let's take another card. And Five of Wands. So whatever changes quickly, it's something that's going to have you in conflict, whether to move or not, even though you've already started to move here. And you know the Ace of Pentacles that Knight is holding can be something that you're hoping to grow for the future, and it can be with others in a group effort. The Five of Wands, I'm going to take another card because it is a 5, and 5s mean change is coming. And we've got the Queen of Swords again. So I think that some of you are clearly cutting that umbilical cord from the past. It's taken a lot for you to do that. I know that Virgo and earth signs are very slow moving, right? It takes a lot to get an earth sign moving. And the Queen of Swords is someone who will speak their truth. As I said, it's your energy. You are conflicted. You can see that building on something is not going to be easy where you are, and therefore the change comes through. Now, the Queen of Swords can also be a legal representative. Let's look at that Death card. And we've got the Wheel of Fortune. So Jupiter meeting up with Pluto is going to bring you great change. It's going to give you equilibrium. It's going to give you justice. Now, it's funny that the Wheel of Fortune, which is Jupiter, can also be legalities and divorce. So that's the interesting. Jupiter touching on Pluto and Saturn can be divorce for many. It can be also enlightenment and a major transformation into something much better. The karmic wheel is turning. Okay, let's take another card on the Wheel of Fortune. Now we've got the Six of Wands, which is recognition, success, okay, popularity, again, as I said, equilibrium. Let's look at the Justice card. For those of you that are in a career where you are going through many changes, you've worked hard, your intelligence has gotten you through this. We've got the Five of Wands, then the Six of Wands. Let's look at the Justice card. What's this Justice all about? And we've got the Devil. Wow. Capricorn, Aquarius, both ruled by Saturn. Could be either or either. Now this is Capricorn, and all these energies, Pluto, Jupiter, Saturn, they're all in the sign of Capricorn. That's why I'm saying it's a very karmic time. So the Devil can speak of fears, but it can also speak of having worked very hard. It can also speak of a toxic situation. For those of you that are leaving someone behind, they're very, very toxic. Now the Devil can also speak of very strong sexual attraction. Also a cycle, breaking a cycle, being in a cycle that was hard to break. With the Justice card, it's going to give you the equilibrium. Let's take another card. So incredible that we've got so much karma that Virgo is actually dealing with right now. Let's take another card. We've got the Five of Pentacles, which Five of Pentacles is another card of imbalance. It's two people not feeling as though they're equally giving and receiving. They feel as though they're left out in the cold. Sometimes when it gets really tough, and I want to mention, Virgo, that on the 16th of February, Mars will be joining Capricorn. So it will be touching on all these difficult energies. And Mars is fire, and it's aggression, and it's energy. It's also very masculine. Okay, so masculine is go, go, go. Now, once it touches on the South Node, it deals with karma. Once it goes over Jupiter, Jupiter will expand on that. Expand the energy, expand the karma, expand the fire, the pressure, which is Mars, and then it will be going over Pluto, which Mars and Pluto both being malefics and not easy. So it's going to be a transformation that we're all going through in some area of life. For others it's going to be like this, for others it's going to be like that. So it's not going to be easy. Here we've got a 5. Let's see what comes after the 5 of Pentacles for Virgo. Someone is going to be feeling left out in the cold, no doubt. Because Saturn, once the hard work is done, does give the rewards. Now, for those of you that are going through legal issues, you may be draining your pocket a little bit. And you have to work even harder, says Saturn. Let's take another card, and we've got the 6, which is a card of generosity. So you do find your balance. You only lose it for a little while, Virgo. Only for a very short while. We've got 5 and 6 of Pentacles, which equal 11. And that again is karmic, 11. I want to take one more card on this full card in the divine position and the 3 of Pentacles. And we've got the Page of Cups. So an offer is coming through or an apology. This is unexpected. This could be around a new beginning in love, a new cycle in love, maybe even a committed partnership or even a marriage. And this could also be a child. And this could come around with the new moon in Pisces. I want to take one card on the High Priestess. And we've got the 4 of Cups. So there is some sort of an offer to do with your security, your stability, your home. For some reason, this offer has not been accepted. I want to take another card. And we've got the Emperor. Yeah, the Emperor is blocking you, dear Virgo. The Emperor is integrity. The Emperor is Saturnian. We're still going through the Saturnian lessons now. The Emperor can be Aries, it can be Taurus for me. I suppose it could be any Saturnian ruled sign which could also be Capricorn or Aquarius. The Emperor is a number 4. So you've wanted to find your stability, to settle down for whatever reason. If you are dealing with this Emperor and he's on your side for whatever reason, you can't get to your stability for some reason here with the 4. Okay? 2 4s are 8. And 8 speaks of courage. It speaks of strength, right? Which is Leo. 8 is also the 8 of Cups. Some of you may be dealing with this Emperor and not accepting their offer because they've been too stern, too tough. Now, the Emperor can be a father. It can be an elderly person as well. I want to take another card, and I want to take it on the hidden position, which is the Ace of Cups and the 8 of Wands. And we've got the Star, which is a wish fulfillment. Now, this is Aquarius, and we do have the 11th house. There is a wish fulfillment, or you are traveling to a distant land, somewhere that you've been hoping to travel, and this is a wish fulfillment. It could be communication through social media. So you may be traveling to a distant place, to a very warm place, very sunny place, which is the Sun. Very interesting, dear Virgo. Let's take some Sibillas. You know, the Emperor is very similar to the Devil. For those of you that are hoping to have the Emperor on your side, this could be someone who's a father, who's got a lot of responsibilities, and therefore they've gone through the Saturnian lessons. They may be more mature in their ways, if not in years, but I know that if this is the person that you are hoping to be with, they've got a lot on their plate. You know, the Devil. Let's look at the Sun card. 7 of Swords and the Sun and the 6 of Swords. Messages coming from afar. This is the number 11. It is meant to be. Whatever message comes through. Here we've got Donna de Servizio, which is the Virgo card. It's the 3 of Pentacles. So the message that comes through is going to be, it's going to behoove you. It's going to be of help to you. Maybe something that was unknown is coming to light, and it's going to be very fruitful for you. And here we've got Morte, which is death and transformation. It's the 5 of Swords. And 5 of Swords, we know, can be 3 people or tough competition. So from the 5, we've got the 5 and the 6. 5 of Swords usually shows conflict, but it does say that you've got the perception, the intelligence to win over your competitors. And I'm going to say no transformation is going to be easy. So you've got a lot of Pluto, a lot of Saturn, dear Virgo. Now, from what I know, all the earth signs are in very positive aspects to what is going on in Capricorn. So whatever transformation you're going through, I think the divine will help you, but it's going to get you to a better place, if you know what I mean. And we've got Amore, which is the 4 of Cups, and this is a child. This is love. Now, this is the child of Venus and Mars. Venus and Mars have been recently in a square. Venus from Pisces and Mars from Sagittarius have been in a square, but Venus was right on top of Neptune. So this could be the lover's quarrel, but a divine love or a relationship that is turning a difficult corner, I would say. But here we've got newness, we've got love. The transformation that you go through, dear Virgo, you're going to love it. Let's look at the Devil, the Justice card, the 5 of Pentacles and the 6. Let's see the outcome. And we've got Namika, 12 Swords. This is the enemy that's showing up, showing their truth. Here we've got Falsita, which is the 4 of Pentacles, lack of trust. I think that once you find out the truth of what's been hidden, or someone else hears the truth of what you've been up to, they will not believe it. And here we've got the card of fear, but the card of hope. This is Eight of Cups. I think that this Eight of Cups movement, once you get to know what you were dealing with literally, you won't believe that you're actually going to find your balance. And I think that others will also be in the same situation. They will not believe that Virgo actually made this move. Let's take one more card. And we've got Allegrezza al Cuore, which is merriment and happiness. Happiness of the heart. Now this is, of course, 2 males and 1 female. Let's see what else we get. What else does Virgo get here? We've got Domestico, which is 11. This is the devil, really. This is the butler, very karmic, working on his behalf. There are trust issues here, obviously. Fears and trust issues about the truth. And you've got Leggerezza, Saved by the Bell, Virgo. You're going through that Plutonian change. You're being reborn, okay? 10 of Wands, you get to the end of the burden. As I said, no death, no transformation can be easy. All right. Wow, Virgo, it seems as though you've been through quite a bit. And I want you to ask a question. See if the angel answers can't answer it for you. See if the angels cannot give you your answer. Please ask what you want to ask, and hopefully the divine is listening. For Virgo, please, Spirit, for Virgo. What do they need to know? Please give me the answer. And we have romance. Romance, and the Leo card is romance. So not only is it romance, but it's also a sexual connection. Very strong sexual connection. For those of you that are in another union, a romantic, true love union. Yes, you've had your hiccups, but I see that there is still romance here. As I say to most people at this time, we're going through the end of the storm. Let's see what the book says. A very important relationship is about to enter or has recently entered your life. This is the romance you have been waiting for. Like all partnerships, there may be ups and downs, but don't let that deter you or shake your confidence. Have faith that love is coming into your life to stay. Remember how I said in your 7th house of partnerships, there is a new moon. In Pisces, that can be new love, and that can be a new stage of your love life, but also unconditional. That's what Pisces is. If your question was about a current relationship, you can expect the parties to become closer to one another. Past disagreements will fade away and trust will grow. Wow, we were talking about trust issues here, and it's transforming. All relationships have peaks and valleys. This card indicates an upward movement to a new level of dedication and intimacy. This can include engagement, marriage, or a form of recommitment to one another. That is beautiful, Virgo. Oh, dear Virgo, how lovely is that? Let's take my handwritten cards. Let's look at a message from your beloved. Okay, we don't have a king here. We've only got the Knight of Swords here, and we've got the Emperor. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Queen of Swords, the Emperor, and the Knight of Swords. So, of course, for each and every one of you, you're dealing with different people, different situations. Let's take the Emperor. We are so different, and I don't know if this could ever work out. I don't know what to do. Well, that is fall from grace. If the Emperor doesn't know what to do, there is trouble. And this is the 5 of Wands, which is also up here. Let's see what the Queen of Swords has to say. So this Emperor is in a conflicted situation. Queen of Swords. My wish is for us to be together forever, and this is the Three of Cups. And it's really interesting, she's sitting right on the Three of Cups. Now again, Three of Cups can be three people, and how this Queen of Swords does, her wish is to be together forever with her love. Who's her love? Let's look at the Knight of Swords. And we've got, you can trust me with your heart, babe. I won't ever hurt you. And this is the Five of Cups. So there is also water here with this Knight of Swords. Okay, so water can be Pisces, can be Scorpio, more than likely Scorpio, I would say. I'm going to take one more card on this Emperor. Doesn't know what to do. Okay, we know that you're lost, but what else are you feeling? I can't help myself from falling in love with you every day. He's holding the Ace of Cups. So he's falling in love, but why is he in such conflict? We are so different, and I don't know if this could ever work out. And when he says we are so different, if you're coming from different place, different cultures, that's where the differences could be. Even age or experience. It can go either way. Okay, thank you so much, everyone. Stay on for the astrology and then the announcement on the competition and the giveaway. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing. Sending you lots of love, lots of light. Much love to all of you. Love you, Virgo. Bye-bye. Hello, everyone. Thank you for sticking around for the astrology part of the reading. For those of you that like to know roughly what's going on in the month of February of 2020, hope that you all made it very easily through the very challenging month of January. We're still not out of the storm, still not out of the challenges. I know that mid-month of February until even March, the whole of March, I would say, is going to be fairly demanding and a bit of a challenge, because we're going to have Mars that's going to move into, as you could see, into the sign of Capricorn. It's going to pass over the South Node, then Jupiter and Pluto with Saturn, which, you know, the eclipse that we had on the 10th of January, which was connected to difficult and challenging aspects, was really, really tough. Now, we're not out of the woods yet. As I said, Mars is fire, it's war, it's the ruling planet of Aries. And Aries, the shadow side of Aries can be aggression. Now, Mars can speak of energy and vitality and strength and power. So, you know, with Mars moving over the South Node, which is very karmic, Mars and the South Node, which has to do with past situations, anything to do with what is very familiar, and again, very, very karmic. Mars is asking for us to let go of something of the past. Let it go. That's what the South Node is. It's something that we're supposed to be moving away from. Then Mars will be joining Jupiter in the sign of Capricorn. Now, Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, and the ruling planet, is in its home sign, which, as you all know, Saturn is amplified in the sign of Capricorn. It is very strong there, as I said, and Mars also likes to be in the sign of Capricorn. It is very strong there. Capricorn is governments, government agencies, it's the law, it's anything to do with the warrior, let's say, you know, that fighter, it's the goat that climbs the mountain. And it does speak of integrity and having to do the hard work. Now, of course, Mars will give us the energy, but because Capricorn is very slow moving and Mars is very fast, it's fire, you know, the downside to this can be aggression, passive aggressiveness, or, you know, even Mars, I suppose, in the sign of Capricorn will have to slow down and be patient with doing things that are necessary to be done. So we know that Jupiter expands on everything and touches what is Mars. Mars is, again, quick, fire, challenge, go for it, spontaneity. You know, it's everything that Aries is. Now, Mars can also speak of beginnings. So Jupiter is spirituality. It's something that grows, something that becomes very abundant. So therefore it amplifies everything to do with Mars. Now, of course, Pluto and Saturn, which are still conjunct, they're still together. We know that Pluto brings transformation. It's, you know, the power. Saturn is the general, let's say, of the planets of the zodiac. And it's very, you know, it needs strategy, it needs slow and steady movement. So whatever transformation we've been going through, and this could relate to anything to do with what I mentioned of Capricorn, and Capricorn is also work, it's the 10th house, and it's also our status. So there is a very slow transformation that we're going through. Now, as I said, Mars can be fire. We know that Mars, Pluto and Saturn are the malefic planets of the zodiac. Therefore, and with Jupiter coming up to this area, even though there's quite a bit of a space between them, they're like 10 degrees apart. Jupiter is a very big planet, and Pluto is very powerful. And again, Pluto and Saturn are very karmic. So with Mars coming over these two big players, Jupiter coming closer, it's going to amplify the karma. It's going to amplify the difficulties. And again, anything can happen. Anything can happen. With Mars being here, it is like that spark that's going to begin a situation where, again, it's going to be, I want to move forward, but I can't because I've got Saturn here, which is, and Pluto, which are asking for transformation. Now, again, Saturn, very slow moving. He's the Lord of time and karma. So therefore, it's like trying to move forward quickly with Mars, but then needing to slow down. And this will all be amplified with Jupiter very close here. So that's why I'm saying that mid-February, from the 16th of February, when Mars will enter Capricorn, it will start to slowly move over these planets, these energies here. Let's go back to the beginning of the month. What is important in February? We've got on the 3rd of February, we're having Mercury entering Pisces. Let's see that. Okay, so the 3rd of February, as you can see here, we've got the 3rd of February, and we're having, well, it's only hours away, let's say, Mercury will be moving into Pisces. Now, Mercury is the mind. Pisces is, it's the divine, it's spiritual, it's very creative as well. So we know that Mercury is all about logic, and Pisces is all about no logic, like we're zonked out, we're living in a dream. It's very dreamy like. So we're going to be seeing things that are very imaginative. Our what we perceive will be through creativity, through seeing something that is very dreamy. That's what the energy that Mercury gets when it's in the sign of Pisces, and it will be moving over, obviously, Neptune, which is the ruling planet of Pisces. We did have recently, I'm going to say, a conjunction with Venus and Neptune, which can be very dreamy. It can be the divine love. It can also be money, let's say, through creativity. Okay, and but we did have Venus that was squaring over to Mars. Mars and Venus are very, you know, they're the lovers of the zodiac. And a square is not easy, so it's as though we've turned some sort of a corner. Maybe even with Neptune being the illusion, maybe there was some sort of an argument or a misunderstanding where, you know, relationships are concerned. Now, Venus is very strong. She loves being in Pisces, so that gives her more power. And anyway, let's go on to the 7th the 7th of the month, which is, now the hours may be a little bit off, doesn't really matter. Venus is going to enter Aries, and Venus turns from dreamy, romantic, let's say, very sacrificial. She turns into the warrior queen, let's say, where she actually she goes towards and she wants to take a risk on love. She's action orientated. She's ready for new beginnings. And she does become the warrior queen, as I said. So very fire, Aries is fire, so very fire stricken. She's ready to go for what she wants, and that gives her the energy, obviously. So full moon on February 9th. So let's go on to the 9th of the month. We're having a full moon. Yes, so the full moon will be in the sign of Leo, and it is at 20 degrees. So it is obviously it's the time of Aquarius, so happy birthday if you are an Aquarian. Okay, so 20 degrees is, if you have, let's say, something in your chart, for those of you that are familiar with your charts. If you are not, please go to astro.com, put in your details there for a natal birth chart, put in your birth details, the exact time if you know it, and you can get your natal chart. You can see where all your planets are. So yes, if you've got something around the 20-degree mark, obviously this full moon will be touching on your life. Now, full moons are culminations. It is some sort of completion. Leo is all about the heart. It's the child that wants to go out and play. It's all about flirtation. It's all about creating something of your own. It's a risk that you're needing or wanting to take. And Leo is also the heart. So it's also bringing things out and showing the world. Okay, now, being the star, being up on stage, that's what is culminating here with the full moon in Leo. Now, what I wanted to say also is that for those of you that know which are the important points, let's say rising, the ascendant, the descendant, the midheaven, and the IC, right? So those points are very important in the chart. So if you do have anything on those points connecting to the full moon, even with the full moon close to one of these very important points, it is a very important time for you. So I want to say, because the full moon is in Leo, obviously it is some sort of a culmination also, which will be affecting the rest of the fire signs. So Aries and Sagittarius, as well as Leo, will be the most that are affected. Okay, let's go into the next transit. As I said, the 16th of the month is when Mars will be moving into the sign of Capricorn. Now, it is showing up in Sag. I don't want to go hours forward, back and forth. Anyway, so Capricorn will be moving into the sign of Capricorn, as I explained earlier. And what do we have here? On the same day, we are actually having Mercury turning retrograde. Now, let me go forward a few hours so I can show you that. Okay, so I just moved Mercury forward so you could see how it will be retrograde. And of course, it's on the 2nd of February, it will be moving into its shadow period. So on the 17th, well, I'm in the northern hemisphere on the 17th. So for others, it could be on the 16th, depending on, it's only hours difference, nevertheless. So yes, it will be turning retrograde, and it will continue up until the 9th of March, when it will station to go direct. So it will leave its retrograde shadow zone, let's say, at the end of March, on the 29th of March. So we're talking roughly around 2 months, you know, both shadow periods in the beginning and in the end, but the retrograde is usually around 3 weeks, maybe just over. So, okay, a couple of days after that, we're having the sun move into Pisces. Okay, so here we are, and the sun moving into Pisces. Again, happy birthday to you, Piscean people, and wishing you all the best on your birthday. This is a very important time for you in your lives. Okay, our birthday month is always full of blessings. So, and obviously, very soon, in the next few days, you get your new moon, but I will get to that. We've got one more thing to mention on the 20th of the month. 20th of the month, we have Jupiter sextiling Neptune, and where are we? Jupiter in Capricorn, which is sextiling over to Neptune, and we know that Jupiter expands on everything. Neptune is very dreamy. Sometimes, you know, a sextile is very positive. So this is the first consecutive of 3 meetings with Jupiter and Neptune. Neptune in Pisces is very strong. Again, very dreamy. Could be those rose-colored glasses. It can be a very spiritual time. Both Neptune and Jupiter are very spiritual. And we know that also with Jupiter, it's all about our belief system. So it could also include any connections with people from different backgrounds as well. It is a time of generosity and compassion. That's what Pisces is. And this is expanding, obviously, with Jupiter as well. So, as I said, this is the first conversation with these 2 big planets. And there's 2 more, which will be, I think the next one will be sometime in July and then in October. Now, also the last very important thing is the new moon on the 23rd. We're having a new moon in Pisces. As I was saying, dear Pisces, this is your annual new moon. It's a very lucky time for you, very beneficial. Make sure, and I'm talking to everyone now, to set out those intentions. Send your wishes out to the divine. Pisces is the divine. This is an amazing time for letting the divine know what you wish to bring for you. And you never know, in a matter of 6 months, this could be what will happen for you. Okay, now let's go a few hours forward, since we know that with new moons, we've got the moon and the sun together, as you could see here. Here we go. The sun and the moon at 4 degrees in the sign of Pisces. Okay, so new beginnings, that's what new moons are all about. And it is happening at 4 degrees. 4 degrees roughly of Pisces. So again, for those of you that have your birthday, 4 degrees would be the first decan of the sign of Pisces. So for those of you that have your birthday on the first days of the season, the Piscean season, for you it's especially very important that there are new beginnings, and this is a wild card for you, a very, very lucky time. All right, everyone, so I think I will leave it at that. Soon, just one last thing, we're going to be having not very long, a couple of months to go before the nodes are going to change from Cancer, Capricorn to Gemini and Sagittarius to that axis. So I will get into that when we get to that time. Thank you for listening. Hope that this was a little bit of enlightenment for you, for those of you that are astrology lovers, beginners mainly, because we don't go very deep into the astrology. Just a last thing that I want to show here is that I don't know about you guys if you've had any synchronicities or anything like that recently, but what I keep seeing is 444. 44 is everywhere. Usually I'm the person who sees number 11, and that's why I've called my channel Divine Debut 11. But the past month, I would say roughly, it's 444 all the time, and they're angel numbers. So it's saying that, to me personally, it's saying that whatever difficulties we're all going through, the divine is still there looking out for us. So for those of you that have been through hardship, and it's most of us, since the beginning of the even end of last year, know that this too will pass, and always positive thinking brings a positive outcome. That's how energy works. So again, thank you very much. Wishing you all well. Talk to you very soon. Thank you. Okay, hello everyone. Letting you know that I am hosting a competition for Valentine's Day, and what that will include. So the winner will be able to win from me a 40-minute love reading using tarot. Okay, so if you'd like to enter, this competition is going to be done through Instagram. So what you need to do is, first of all, I have my Instagram link in the description box below at Divine Debut 11. So if you don't know how that's spelled, please check it out in the description box. What you need to do is go to my Instagram, find the post about the competition, which will be up there. You also have to tag 2 friends in the comments. Okay, so we will be choosing from the people who have tagged 2 of their friends, obviously. Also, make sure that you are following me on Instagram. Now, the more times that you comment, the higher your chances are of winning. Okay, so the winner will be chosen from the comments, okay, which we'll be checking that they have tagged 2 friends. So the competition is going to start from as soon as you can find that post about the competition. So you could start to enter. The competition will end on the 11th of February, so on the 11th of the 2nd of 2020. Okay, very important date. Now the delivery of the prize will be for the lucky winner on the 14th of February. I should say that the reading will be done before that, but they will receive it and in relation to Valentine's Day. So they may receive it the day after, on the 12th, on the 13th, at the latest on the 14th. Okay, so you have to contact me through Instagram. Okay, that's the only way that you can enter this competition. And it is my pleasure to do this for you. One lucky person, as I said, will win a free love reading. I would like to thank you all so much for all that you do for my channel. This is me giving something back to you. I do receive your love daily, and this is just something extra for Valentine's Day. There will be more to come, more competitions like this. For those of you that are interested in what's happening with me, I am settling in slowly in this new environment. It takes a while though, and being a Virgo, everything's got to be perfect. So look out for more coming from my channel. And also, I would like to wish you all good luck, and I will be announcing the winner, obviously. I will be posting it on Instagram, so you know who the actual winner is. All right, thank you all so much, and talk to you soon.